This video, hopefully I won't cut my head out in this one. This video is very important because I got two great photos. These photos are going to be faces in orbs. And both of these photos were orbs caught in motion. So for the rest of you people out there who are capturing orbs on your phone or your other types of video, just keep in mind that the photos I'm getting ready to show you are photos from videos where I simply, when I catch an orb in a video, I'll sit there and hit play, pause, and catch that orb in different sections and take screenshots of it, zoom in, and there's always usually a face in it. So if you want to find faces in orbs, that's what I recommend you do. Start to study the orbs that you're seeing in your house or wherever you're getting them at. The biggest part of the 1,000 photos that I've shared is that the biggest part of those I caught at haunted locations, battlefields, haunted battlefields around, in Virginia, we've got tons of Civil War battlefields all around us. But these two pictures were caught in my house. They could be, spirits that followed me home from battlefields. I don't know. But I never would have thought that the two most amazing photos I ever possessed would be caught in my home. So these, keep in mind, these are orbs. And, for those idiots out there who call orbs dust particles, there's even a few popular YouTube paranormal channels who will tell you that orbs are nothing more than dust or reflections from water and all kinds of crazy stuff. This will change your mind when you see these photos. Real quick, I just want to cover a couple of other things. There's a lot of real ignorant people on YouTube still today that apparently they consider themselves to be seeking the truth. Trying to be a part of an occult and threaten other people, that's not what paranormal is all about. That's not what seeking the truth about paranormal is about. You're really just a bunch of sick, wacko people who think you're more important than you actually are, and you don't belong in this field. So I'm going to just say that out to some of you, and you know who you are. It reminds me of Scientology, where in Scientology, a lot of people get out of that religion because they get threatened. They have people saying they're watching them and they're following them places. Just a bunch of wacky, Satanist, occult shit is what it is. And anybody that's part of that, I could care less about, having you as a subscriber or anything else, because you mean nothing to the paranormal world. People who claim to seek the truth, let me tell you something. I put out 2 videos showing orbs moving in slow motion, changing, pulsating across the room. And those got less views than anything else I posted. There's probably 20, 30 views for both of those videos. And it just goes to show that, that's the most real thing I can find on YouTube. I haven't seen anybody with that kind of evidence. But however, the most real evidence, if anybody was wanting to seek the truth is under your nose, and you're ignoring it because you're more concerned with your own personal popularity and entertaining people with your videos rather than seeking the truth at all. And that's the truth. If you want to seek that, then there it is for you. I'm not worried about people in clown masks threatening me or saying they're watching me. Woo. I guess it's because I'm an American, and being an American, we don't take shit. Nobody pushes us around. Somebody says they've got a problem with me, you come deal with me. Don't threaten to do it. I'm right fucking here, But with all that aside, now I want to get to these photos here. This is the whole point of the video, is I got some really good pictures here. And this is for people who want to see what the real paranormal is all about. One of the videos that I posted, in this particular one, this man right here, you can see his eyes, and he's wearing like a top hat. You can see this pretty clearly, especially if I block out this part of the picture. And you see the 2 eyes right there at my fingertips, and the pupils in the eyes. You see the brim of the hat. And that right there, as you can see from the way it's swaying, this is an orb that was in motion. when I captured the orb in motion and took a screenshot of it, you can see even though the orb's moving very fast, the faces in the orb seem to stay very clear and still. So this person right here with a big heavy beard and the top hat, and you know, I researched these top hats, and it seems that people, and hopefully you can see the eyes even more clear, and the nose, and he's got sideburns and a beard. People that were dressed like this come from around the 1800s to the early 1900s, and so that's where I believe this man's from. My house was built in 1963, which means that this is somebody who lived on this property or was around this property most likely way before this house was ever built. The female spirit that I got here, this is one of the most compelling photos. I mean, I put an Indian photo up before, but this lady's face here, and you should be able to see this pretty clearly. She has eyes and nose, and her mouth is open as if she's trying to speak or whatever. I had somebody look at this photo and tell me it looks like she's singing. In this photo, this once again is the reason you're seeing a streak here and then the head and face is because this is an orb in motion. This orb was moving when the picture was captured, and zooming in on the pictures, this is what I'm telling people. This is a human face in an orb. So anybody that tells you dust particle, that's a dust particle. Is that really a dust particle right there? You know, these are pictures that are just simply Fuji film. You know, this is just, you know, from a local pharmacy where I got these done, and you can see this man here with his two eyes, his beard, his top hat almost clear as day. Looks like a photograph inside an orb. So, and you can see her very clearly. So anybody out there that wants to know what a real spirit looks like, you want to know if there's really spirits in the world, do we die? Then I would have to say, from the evidence I have right here in these two photos, absolutely not. We do not. And that's proof of it. So anybody out there that's wanting to really seek the truth, the truth is under your nose. Just know that there was one point in your life where somebody was showing you what real spirits were, and you can ignore it or whatever. But I know there's a few people out there that are taking photos, getting videos on their phone the same way that I am. And what I'm going to tell you is I got these faces just from taking still shots and zooming in. You need to really pay attention to the orbs that you are videoing, because there are faces in just about every orb. So once again, evidence. This evidence right here is probably about 2 weeks old, and I had to finally get that printed to show it on here. But yeah, I don't consider myself a truth seeker. I consider myself a truth provider. I want people to see the real thing for what it really is. I don't care about popularity. I don't care about joining any cult groups on YouTube or being accepted by a cult group. And I certainly don't feel threatened by any cult groups. You're all just playing a game like a bunch of kids that have a club that you don't want to let anybody else into. Guess what? I don't want to be in your club. I'm here to produce the real truth. And with the real truth comes being professional. It comes accepting criticisms. There's 100 people that are going to come on and call my photos fake. But calling it fake does not change or take away the experiences that I know are real and that I've experienced. I'm very, very happy and fortunate to have experienced what I have experienced and gotten the pictures I've got, regardless of what anybody has to say or what they believe. Doesn't change that at all. Wouldn't you agree with that? You can't change what's real with your opinions, you know, and the reality is what matters, and this is the real thing right here. So you remember that next time you have something to say about me or any of my friends on YouTube. Because if we think you're fake, we're going to call you out, because in this business, that's what it's all about. I'm going to leave you with that note. And once again, you're a truth seeker. Why are you passing up this? Why is this not credible to a person who's seeking the truth?